So this is a ProSound Acoustic Wall Panel. Now this is one of our Class A acoustic wall panels, which means it's 40 millimeters thick, and it's basically filled on the inside with a 40mm insulating core. And the idea with that core is when the sound hits it, that sound gets stuck inside and absorbed and doesn't bounce back out into the room. Now our Class A at 40mm means that they absorb 90 to 100% of the sound that hits them. So it really makes a massive, massive difference. Now over that insulating core, it's covered with what we call an acoustically transparent fabric. So the sound can pass through the fabric very easily and into that core. Now the fabrics are Class 1 as standard for fire, which means they're very, very safe, but can be supplied in Class 0 for specific situations where needed. And the beauty of these panels is that they're manufactured right here in the UK to order. We don't just keep a stack of them on a shelf somewhere. They are made to your shape, size, and color requirements. And for that reason, because they're on the surface and you can see them, unlike with soundproofing, you can make that fit the aesthetics and the interior design of your room. So you can have a few very large panels, or you can have lots and lots of very small panels. They can be in diamond shapes, they can be in rectangles, triangles, anything that you want to create a pattern. And of course, the color can be adapted to fit things like corporate branding, if it's for a meeting room, or just to fit the aesthetics of the room that you're in. In this case, we're going with a mixture of red and white, because that fits the Soundproof Install brand colors. So we're going to get this on the wall and show you how it's done. So we're going to get started installing this first panel, and we're going to show you this one in detail so you can follow exactly how we're doing it. But this really is a very simple DIY installation. We're just doing this ourselves with very basic DIY tools. So the first thing we're going to do is measure the space of the wall. We're going to put one panel on this piece of wall between these two windows. So we just want to measure the width and the height so we can work out where we need to put the panel to be central on the wall. Okay, so now we've held the panel up against the pencil markings so we know it's in the right position, and I'm just going to lightly draw a faint pencil mark around the edge of the panel. I'm going to do it on the other side as well. And I'll also get up on the stepladder and do the top so we know exactly where the panel is supposed to be when we bring it back down to do the adhesive. So the next stage is to mark onto the wall where we want the clips to go. So what we're going to do is have them so they land roughly about halfway up the panel and a little bit in from the edge either side. So they're basically going to land about there. But we're going to mark that out onto our wall so we know where to drill. So we're going to start drilling. The first thing to note is that we do have some sockets and things here. So we just needed to make sure that there's no cables. We've checked that there's no chasing wires anywhere near where we're going to be fixing or drilling in. Want to make sure that we're being safe. One last tip, made a little marker with some tape on the drill bit to make sure I'm drilling in the right length and we're not over drilling into the wall. And because we're fixing into a solid wall, we're going to use wall plugs. So now it's just a case of lining the clip up with the holes and screwing in our screw. Now the impaling clips actually hold the panels really well, but it is best practice just to make sure that they don't start coming away from the wall to adhere the panels to the wall. So we're going to spray around the pencil template that we've done so we know where the panel is, and we're also going to spray the back of the panel itself. And the last step is to hold up the panel, push it against the wall, being careful of the adhesive that you've just sprayed on. All right. There we go, and that's panel 1 fully installed.